Hello and welcome back to Bombchu Gaming News. My name is Chris, and I'll be covering some of the news from this week that we found interesting. All Elite Wrestling has announced their first video game, and they have some serious talent involved in the production. During an AEW livestream, a short teaser for the wrestling company's game was shown to give fans an idea of the kind of game that they were working on. The teaser doesn't show too much, featuring a match between Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega, before being interrupted by Hikaru Shida. The art style for the character shown seems to take inspiration from WWE All-Stars, without being too over-the-top or exaggerated, and I think it strikes a nice balance between caricature and real life. While it's hard to judge what the game will actually play like just from watching the teaser, the people involved with development will definitely pique the interest of any wrestling game fans. Development is being headed by Yukes, the company responsible for the SmackDown series of WWE games. They've also brought on director Hideyuki Iwashita, who played a key role in the Aki Engine wrestling games such as WWF No Mercy and Def Jam, which are some of the most well-regarded wrestling games ever made. It feels like it's been a long time since wrestling fans were given a 3D wrestling game that was truly good. The WWE 2K series has been struggling to maintain mediocrity before being cancelled after the disastrous 2K20, and the only other major wrestling games of any serious quality available to fans has been the Fire Pro series. With this kind of legacy star power behind development, as well as the stellar roster they have to work with, an all-elite wrestling game could be the saving grace that wrestling fans desperately need. EA has finally officially announced the Mass Effect Trilogy Remastered Collection. On November 7th, also known to the Mass Effect community as N7 Day, a teaser trailer was released to announce Mass Effect Legendary Edition, coming in spring of 2021. Casey Hudson further clarified a few details about the game on the BioWare Mass Effect blog, stating, quote, "For many months now, our team at BioWare has been hard at work updating the textures, shaders, models, effects, and technical features of 3 enormous games. Our goal was not to remake or reimagine the original games, but to modernize the experience so that fans and new players can experience the original work in its best possible form." End quote. This means the games won't be getting the full Demon's Souls style remake from the ground up treatment, but I'll gladly take a shiny, visually enhanced version of the trilogy. So far, Casey Hudson has confirmed that the trilogy will include all single-player DLC, as well as promo weapons and armor, and that the trilogy will be optimized for 4K Ultra HD. However, this was not the end of the announcements that EA and BioWare had to make. In the same blog post, Casey Hudson stated that early work had begun on the next installment of the Mass Effect franchise, stating, quote, "Meanwhile, here at BioWare, a veteran team has been hard at work envisioning the next chapter of the Mass Effect universe. We are in early stages on the project and can't say any more just yet, but we're looking forward to sharing our vision for where we'll be going next." End quote. The last entry in the series, 2017's Andromeda, was a critical and commercial failure, causing EA to shelf all DLC plans for the game, as well as any future entries in the series. While it's impossible to say whether this next Mass Effect game will end up being better or worse than Andromeda, the fact that they state there is a veteran team working on it definitely inspires at least some hope for the project. As a longtime fan of the Mass Effect series, I'm very excited to get my hands on the classic trilogy with a fresh coat of paint, and can't wait to see what the future of the series holds. And those are the headlines that caught our eye for this week. Make sure you let us know your thoughts on the news in the comments below, and we'll see you again next week. A huge shout out and thank you to Michael Slater, Blake Harms, and all of our other glorious patrons over on Patreon. Your support is what makes shows like this one possible. Thanks for watching.